It's the new single from the Manic Street Preachers. You heard it first.
Thanks for coming in.
So, listeners of the evening session the past couple of weeks will have heard both sides of a new single, Faster and PCP. And they do mark a change in the sound of the Manic Street Preachers.
Well, we did it ourselves, basically. We just went into a studio right near where we all live. And it was just like the early days as such. You know, I just drove around, picked them all up, drove them down. We didn't have a producer, we just did it on our own.
So how does that compare to the production of the last album, Gold Against the Soul?
It was the same sort of idea, but we did it in better surroundings. But we used Dave Erringer, who'd done our first ever indie record. We just did it in a studio that was too good, too polished to get the sound we wanted. You know, it was too perfect. Ever since we first got a record deal, it was like, how do we do the first album? Do we do it this way? Do we do it that way? And you know, you reach a consensus and you obey the consensus.
With the last album, was it a fairly conscious effort to try and tackle the American market?
People have said that, but you know, we didn't even play one show in America. We didn't even do a concert in America, so it wasn't like a cultivated attack on America, you know, it wasn't.
So are you pleased with the singles?
Yeah, I'm really pleased with the single.
And how's the album going? How's it sounding?
Well, we've got 11, 12 songs done. We've got about 2 more being born at the moment.
How do you feel about the new wave of new wave and bands like Smash that are coming along?
I've never really listened to much of their music, but music was always important to us from a really early age. We wanted to be in a band, we wanted people to hear our lyrics and our music. We're on out, we've basically finished our 3rd album, and you know, we're still younger than most new wave and new wave bands. When we started off, we couldn't play our guitars, we weren't very musical. Lyrics came before our music basically, and everything was just learning to balance everything out. That's something you do when you're quite young. And I find it quite scary that a lot of new wave and new wave bands are like we were, but we were 19, 20, 21 when we were like that, and these are bands that some of them are nearly 30.
Have you always been a really huge music fan?
Yeah, I mean, it was such a big thing. First concert I ever went to was Echo and the Bunnymen at Bristol Coast and all, and it was just you know, for months and months it was on my mind for days, and it was all really important. I think if you're quite lonely, you know, you just find something in your life which becomes really crucial. And for me, I didn't have many friends apart from, you know, the band, and you know, music was really vital, you know.
It's almost a form of escape, really.
Yeah, and then you just, you know, you get older and you write stupidly long letters to your favourite band and you never get a reply. But it doesn't matter. It's the fact you write the letter is what's important.
Have you met Ian McCulloch?
Yeah, I met Ian McCulloch. I mean, I thought he would make a big impression on me, but it was actually when I met Peter Freitas. He was really sweet, really gentle. It was just me and James, just outside Bristol Coast and all, you know, huge overcoats, really cold.
This is when you were fans as opposed to when you were in the band?
Oh, this is when we were 14. And got Will Sergeant, Summer Bus Pass, and I got Ian McCulloch, and I got Les Patson. But Peter Freitas was just really sweet. He took the time to even ask who you were.
And does that affect the way that you are with your fans now?
Yeah, we do take time, I think. You know, I know a lot of bands don't, but I think we do make an effort.
One more question. What is the dialogue on the beginning of Faster?
Yeah, it's just from, 1984, the film, just John Hurt.
All right then, well thanks ever so much for talking to us.
Cheers.
Right. And here it is, this is Faster.
I hate purity. I hate goodness.